भारतीय राजदूत श्री राजीव शहारे को कौन नहीं जानता। वे काफ़ी मिलनसार हैं। चाहे हिंदी किताब का विमोचन हो, चाहे वैसाखी का प्रोग्राम हो, चाहे दिवाली का प्रोग्राम हो, उनको सब जगह देखा जा सकता है। भारतीय राजदूत श्री राजीव शहारे के कार्यकाल को करीब 2 साल होने को आए हैं। इन 2 सालों में डेनमार्क और हिंदुस्तान के रिलेशंस में काफ़ी कुछ बदलाव आया है। गांधी पार्क का नामकरण, इंडियन फिल्म फेस्टिवल, डांस की इंडस्ट्री के ट्रेड डेलीगेशन हिंदुस्तान में गए हैं। इस सिलसिले में इंडिया विज़न ने भारतीय राजदूत के साथ एक मुलाकात की और मुलाकात में बहुत सारी बातें डिस्कस हुई। आइए आपको हम उस बातचीत के कुछ अंश दिखाते हैं। Your Excellency, it has been almost 2 years you have been in Denmark. Can you describe what did you achieve in these 2 years between relation between India and Denmark?
First of all, I would like to thank you for providing me this opportunity to speak with, through you, convey what all has happened during my tenure here in Denmark. I see this tenure as fairly fruitful. A number of aspects were dealt with on our bilateral relationship. We had a number of avenues that were explored, particularly in the economic and commercial areas. We have seen trade delegations from India coming into Denmark. We have seen Danish delegations going to India. Denmark has shown immense interest in the Indian flagship initiatives launched by the Honorable Prime Minister, such as smart cities, Swachh Bharat, etc. I see immense potential between India and Denmark. There are almost 130 Danish companies in India and doing extremely well, I must say. I think we have just touched the surface. I'm sure that in the days to come, we will see the Danish footprint expanding in India. We also see a presence of Indian companies in Denmark, and this has been in the rise. Some of the top companies of India, such as Infosys, recently took over a company which is expertise in artificial intelligence. This is the area of future technology. I think I see our relationship going in the right direction, and our bilateral ties accelerating, particularly in the economic and commercial areas. When I'm saying this, I must add that there are quite a few Indian IT companies. All IT giants are present in Denmark. We have Wipro, we have L&T Infotech, we have Tata Consultancy Services. So they have a very strong presence here in Denmark, and this is only going to increase in the days to come. It is very much on my list to visit Odense, and I've heard of that. Robotics is, and in fact, Denmark has proven technology in robotics, and this is one area we would be very much interested in working. Certainly, I do intend to visit Odense.
So you mentioned about trade delegation to India, and as I was part of the trade delegation, Vibrant Gujarat, and another delegation was water.
Clean tech, yes.
Clean tech.
Water tech.
So was there any follow-up afterward?
Yes, in fact, there has been a follow-up. Danish Industries, has been having a close follow-up to that, and we hope to see some results in the coming days. In addition to that, there was a separate delegation which went to the southern part of India. We are likely to see some spin-off from that as well. The clean technologies, the water thing is again of importance because it it complements our flagship programs such as Swachh Bharat, that is Clean India, and also cleaning of rivers. I think we do see complementarities, and we're hopeful of seeing some concrete results in the coming days.
Have you identified some companies who could help India in Clean Bharat or Clean Ganga or
Yes, there are some companies with, again, like I said, proven technologies, and they have made some presentations as well. There are companies that are involved in cleaning oceans, and they not only have the wherewithal to implement it, but also they are in a position to manufacture the equipment that is needed to clean water bodies. And this particular company has already started manufacturing of the clean the cleaning pumps, etc. In Hyderabad.
right? In your period here in Denmark, we achieved renaming of the Gandhi Park as a Gandhi Park. We were calling it as Gandhi Park.
I must say that it was a great moment, and in that regard, I would like to congratulate all Indians, the Danish of Indian origin, as well as Indian passport holders. We have a diaspora of almost 11,000, and renaming of Gandhi Park is indicative of recognition of the Mahatma of non-violence, peace, and it means a lot to us. And I was also pleasantly surprised to see the number of the Danish turnout on that day, and there is a Danish lady who read out who gave a speech that day, who was associated with Gandhiji, and had done some research. So we are very happy to note Denmark's association with the Mahatma. I think that was a wonderful moment, and I'm sure in the coming days the message by renaming the Gandhi Park, I think the strong message of Mahatma Gandhi will be further heard and disseminated in the country.
Recently, Air India and Airport Authority of Denmark, Copenhagen Airport, signed an agreement.
I'm glad you asked this question. In fact, before coming to Denmark, I knew about this proposal, and I had taken it upon myself to go and meet the Air India chairman, cum managing director, Mr. Lohani, and I must say that he was very forthcoming, and he told me that Copenhagen is very much in the Air India scheme of things, in its future expansion. So that was very encouraging. And when I came here to Denmark, I had a number of meetings with Copenhagen Airport authorities and the concerned authorities, and importantly, even my Danish counterpart in Delhi, Ambassador Peter Taxo, has also been working on that. This is something which we are extremely happy with, connecting the two countries together with our national airlines. I would say it is just a resumption of Air India, because it was flying to Copenhagen earlier too, but I think this is merely resumption of the flight. What does it mean? First of all, to have a closer relationship, there are a number of things which we need to have. One is a good connectivity. The other is uh, uh, ease of visa facility. And once you have that, then you have more and more people visiting the country. So I think that is what we have done. We have already eased the visa. Now visa is online visas are available for business, for health purposes, and tourism, multiple entry, longer term, and we'll shortly be having the flight, which will start from 16th of September.
Perhaps we should expect Mr. Modi on that flight?
Well, we should be, expectations are always there, but we are working. Let all these high level visits have their own dynamics. I think we should be patient, and we should work towards more visits and more ministerial visits taking place.
Visit Denmark, statistics says that there have been 81,000 hotel nights by Indians in Denmark, which is quite amazing.
Yes, it is amazing. I think a Nordic holiday or a Scandinavian holiday has now become very exotic back in India, with the uh, traditional traditional uh, cities having been visited. I think there is there's an interest in a very large segment of the Indian tourists to visit the exotic countries, exotic Nordic countries, and I'm sure that this trend is only going to increase. It shows an upward curve. 80,000 nights is, I think, again the tip of the iceberg. We are likely to see a huge spurt in Indian tourism, particularly after the direct flight starts to Copenhagen.
Right, as far as I know that Air India says that they are going to start with a new Boeing Dreamliner aircraft.
Well, I think Dreamliners are that is the aircraft which is been designated for all European destinations. So we hope to have the new Dreamliner airliners. I think that is and it also has a higher capacity, and I'm sure that we will have the top of the line aircraft. We'll have the top of the line service also. Air India is very well known for that. I think we should expect the best.
Your Excellency, as far as the statistics, Denmark statistics, they said that there will be 81,000 hotel nights by Indians. Do we have any figures of Danes?
Yes, Denmark also is. We see the tourism figures rising in Denmark. We at the embassy are issuing close to 18,000. I think last year we clocked more than 18,000 visas. This year, I'm sure we will have a much higher increase, maybe 15 to 20%. So there is this an upward trend from Denmark side. I know certain tour operators from here who are offering the best of tourism, top of the line. They are very high net worth individuals who are going to India, and of course we have everything back home, right from whatever is which appeals to Denmark. Everything is available. Best of beaches, best of mountains, adventure sports, river rafting, skydiving, and we have all those elements which are meant for tourism, for tourist purposes.
At the moment, India is a destination for what you call it medical tourism. Is there any possibility of medical tourism from Denmark also?
Um, it could happen because medical treatment is expensive in Denmark, and but also what is important in Denmark is that the medical care is also provided by the state, and the all pensioners and others are looked after well by the state. Uh, but there are other European countries where, although there is the element of of state providing the treatment, but the queue is very long. An example is that a particular European country, its nationals, go to India for even the smallest of the surgeries, such as root canal, etc., which is very expensive in the private sector in their country, and it costs a fraction of the amount back home. So people go for their surgeries which does not require hospitalization. So they take a holiday to India, get their medical aspects attended to, and I think this is a trend which is there very much in Europe. I think we hope to see catching up in Denmark as well.
Your Excellency, recently Indian Film Festival was held in Copenhagen, and I think it was your effort. I think it's after a long time we had Indian Film Festival.
Thank you for the compliment, but I would not like to solely take the credit for it. It was certainly a huge team effort, and I would like to thank the Danish Film Institute for that, and the Indian diaspora in Denmark for their encouragement. You were also present, and I would like to thank you for all your support. Yes, we visualized, we thought of a film festival because it's a very strong and important medium through which we can convey, and Denmark does have its share of film buffs and a very strong cinegoers, and everyone knows about Bollywood. However, we wanted to make this film festival with a difference. We wanted to showcase women in Indian films and how these women-centric films have made a difference. And I think that was deeply appreciated by the local Danish audience and others too. I think it was. We hope to continue this trend, and we hope to hold such a festival every year, if not every year, at least every other year. And I'm sure that we should be in a position to do that.
Well, during that period, I mean, 1 week before that, there was a Marathi film festival in Sweden, Stockholm, which was very surprising. Can we have such kind of festivals in Denmark as well?
Yes, yes. I think to have a regional film festival abroad, I would say it's a huge achievement, and it was done solely by the film producers and directors. I think it's a hugely commendable initiative, and we would certainly like to. And again, I would like to thank you for bringing one of the regional film directors to meet me here in Copenhagen. And I heard only words of encouragement from them, and they themselves are very much interested in coming to Copenhagen. We would certainly like to encourage that, and we are more than willing to help them, and I'm sure the Danish Film Institute too would be happy to do that, because end of the day, whether it's the regional films or the Hindi films, it has to be subtitled in Danish, and for them that is what is more important. And the regional films, as you are aware, have a very high standard as well. So I think that is absolutely no issues. We'll be more than happy to help them.
Mr. Yashwant Chopra, he brought Switzerland in the screen of India. Every producer used to go to Switzerland and shoot there. Not whole film, even songs also. Australia, Fiji, UK, USA. Do you think any opportunity in Denmark also for producers to come in Denmark and shoot here?
This is a very good question. Wherever I have been, I have always told them that if you really want to increase your Indian tourist footprint, you must have you must shoot an Indian film in your country. A case in point is Iceland, where a couple of films and blockbusters has completely changed their touristic scenario. You see so many Indians going to Iceland. Same thing with the Croatia, where some films were shot in Dubrovnik and other areas. I think similarly, if we are able to get some shooting done here in Copenhagen, which has fabulous locales, and I'm sure it will certainly make a huge difference in attracting Indian tourism. I did mention this to the Danish Film Festival, the Danish Film Institute, and let's see how things work out in that direction.
Film director Lina Yadav was here in Copenhagen. Did she find something inspiring locations or anything?
She did mention, and importantly, she has now become an international film director. During my interaction with her, she did tell me that she has 3 or 4 projects which she's doing with Hollywood. So I'm sure she went around the city quite a bit, and she was quite impressed by the locales. I think if something appeals to her, more importantly, it's not just the locales that are appealing, it is the facilities that are provided by the local side in terms of personnel, in terms of some kind of special rebates that are given, and also facilitating their entry, hotels, etc. I think that makes a lot of difference. I think.
So, are you going to take initiative and convince?
I will try, and I was already speaking with the Danish Film Institute. Let's see how things shape up on that.
Let us come to the community. What do you feel about it?
Indian community compared to the Danish population of 5.5 million, we are close to the Indian diaspora comprises of 11,500 or so, which is a fairly large number, I would say. It's a very vibrant community. It's a peace-loving, peaceful community. And I'm saying this not only based on my experience, but also on the feedback that I get from the Danish side, from Danish private sector, public sector, government, and also the media reports. I would say that Indians have created a niche for themselves. The second generation, the third generation have already moved on and are into professional fields. They are doctors, they are lawyers, engineers, and doing extremely well for themselves. Indians have also organized themselves well. They have their organizations based on their region or their language, but it helps in replicating our cultural diversity and also showing our unity. I think this is the best example of showcasing India's unity in diversity.
If you look at the statistics, there are so many associations, so many organizations. Can't they unite in one umbrella? So,
Uh, well, you'll find this phenomenon not just in Denmark but world over, because we are culturally and linguistically, we tend to organize ourselves on that basis. But what is important is that on any national occasion, they come together. Not only that, even say uh, uh, if the Telugu or Tamil people are doing their New Year like Pongal or Onam or something, they invite the entire Indian lot, so you'll find everyone there. And when the Baisakhi program was done, it was so beautifully arranged that it was there was participation across the regional and linguistic lines. So I think this is something very important, which shows the flexibility and tolerance of the Indian diaspora. It shows the how we respect one another and each other's culture, and the regional aspects, everything, whether it's the regional food or dances or music. I think this is, and this is also very deeply appreciated by the Danish side. When they see the Indian diaspora coming together and celebrating the Indian festivals together.
right.
From our side, since you mentioned that, from our side at the embassy, we have made this effort, and very successful at that, is to bring all the Indian associations under one umbrella, everyone keeping their identities very distinct, but at the same time we provide a platform for people to come together, interact, synergize, and help each other out.
Your Excellency, you've been almost 2 years now in Denmark. What do you feel about the Copenhagen city? Have you been all over Denmark, or have you been to?
Yes, I have traveled, I would say, the length and breadth of the country. I have been to the northernmost tip of Skane, further up Aalborg. I have traveled through Jutland. I have been to the southernmost part as well, to the Danish-German border. I have been westward as well. So I have traveled to quite a few parts of Denmark. As far as Copenhagen is concerned, it's a lovely city. I have been all around Copenhagen, and I would say that it's a very fascinating city. It's a smart city. It's something which we want to learn from, and uh, all aspects of a smart city are available, are there, and we would like to work closely with the Copenhagen municipality and replicate this in our smart city projects. There is a very strong move in that direction. We have already signed a rather Aarhus, the second largest city of Denmark, has signed an MOU with Udaipur. Uh, and we are going to see some elements of cooperation, particularly in cleaning the Udaipur lakes. Udaipur is a lake city, and its entire earnings is from tourism, and tourism is totally dependent upon the lakes. So, how to ensure that the lakes are clean and they are perennial and the water is there all the time. So, I think there is a whole lot of collaboration going on between Aarhus and Udaipur.
Anything else you want to add to communicate to your fellow?
Well, I would like to say that we see a lot of complementarities between India and Denmark. We are both strong democracies, uh, and we our economies complement each other. Denmark has cutting edge technologies in many fields, which we require in India, and Denmark also requires a large market like India. and therefore therefore you find all the best of the Danish companies are present in India, whether it is Danfoss or Grundfos or Maersk. Maersk's largest operation outside Denmark is in India with around 11,000 employees. Carlsberg has opened its 10th brewery in India. Uh, the cutting edge pharmaceutical company, Novo Nordisk, has a strong presence in India. There is collaboration going between the DTU, the Technology University, and India and ISRO. We have recently sent a nano satellite of DTU from India. It was done by ISRO. So we see these things. I think clean energies, green energy, this is the requirement of the future, and I see huge potential in the days to come. And I would also like the Indian companies also to come here and tie up with the Danish companies, and vice versa, the Danish companies to tie up with India. I would also say that there should be an element of patience when you are working in India. Honorable Prime Minister has started one-stop shop for all foreign direct investments. India is one of the most lucrative destinations for foreign direct investment, and our growth is again 7 plus, where the most of the countries are still in financial, they have not recovered from the global financial issues. I think we have everything going for good investments, stable political climate, and importantly, huge outlays, and where everyone can participate in that. One last thing I would say that Denmark too is looking towards India. A report which was brought out by the Danish government last year very clearly states that the economic center of gravity is shifting towards Asia, and the report mentions that that Denmark must have strong ties. In fact, it says Denmark should have strategic ties with the Asian countries, particularly India, because that is where they would be able to have the maximum economic dividend of their for their companies and for the people. Thank you so much
Thank you, Your Excellency.
for providing me this opportunity.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.